I'm check.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear anything?
Yep, I can hear myself. Yep, I can hear you as well.
Got it now. Yeah, I got it now. Lovely.
Freaking testico. We're here.
Good evening, Phil. How are you doing
Good
today,
evening,
sir?
I've had a rough 24 hours, but let's just hope the ABR Tier 1 brings some light into my life right now. I'm really excited. Can't wait to get on to the action. Round 1. That's what you love to see.
Well, Phil, it always lightens up our week. We look forward to it, and we're headed into the new season. We've got some new faces, some new additions, and we've got a full calendar. So this is going to be it's going to be an arduous, and it's going to be a super competitive season here in the American British Racing Tier 1 Championship, the finest, the creme de la creme of the American British Racing Series you will find here. So do not adjust your sets. This is the only place to be for F1 2020 League Racing action. If you're unfamiliar with American British Racing, the Tier 1, they will be racing every Sunday at this time, 7:30 UK, 2:30 in the States. And welcome along to the chat, boys.
So we are literally minutes away from our opening round here in Australia, Albert Park. Really good track. I personally really like it myself. It's not the easiest of complexes, I must say, but it brings a lot of entertainment, and I'm definitely looking forward to the start of this Grand Prix and seeing what especially these new drivers can deliver here today. As as you said earlier, we've got new faces here, and it's going to be brilliant to see how they fare against the big guns.
Yes, this track catches out the best of everyone. Them curbs are always there, ready to bite you in the rear, the front end, and give you a snap of oversteer, and meet your arch enemy, which is the Armco barrier around here. So let's keep it clean, let's keep it smooth. Let's hope for a nice opening Grand Prix, boys.
Just approach into Q1 here. Of course, we always go with the ABR League. We always go with the full qualifying complex with Q1, Q2 and Q3. Of course, normal qualifying rules do apply. So the tyres that you set your fastest lap on in Q2, should you be in the top 10, those will be your race starting tyres. Q1 and Q3 are all going to be about soft tyres. You ideally don't want to set too many laps and use too many compounds. You just want to get that banker lap in, and hopefully that's good enough in comparison to the other drivers. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what everyone goes strategy-wise, Rich.
Yeah, strategy will play a key part. Also, if you're taking place in the race, do give us the forecast, give us the insight, because we've got the full qualifying format, so weather conditions can quickly change throughout Q1 to Q3, and of course the Grand Prix. Rain isn't the strangest thing to happen around here, and we're up to 225 followers, Phil, on the stream, and it's looking really good for the channel now. Thank you to everyone who's recently followed. I think your names will pop up soon. We've got Gecko recently followed, Notty All F1. Welcome to the family, sir. I think you're already part of it, but welcome to the stream as well. Your only place for F1 2020 League Racing action. And welcome to the chat to Rossi El Bossi. We've got Cressy. We've got Buraps Ganjawiz. Buraps and Ganjawiz. Hit us up with the forecast, chaps. It looks like good conditions, Phil, for qualification though.
It does indeed.
Chalmers.
It does indeed, of course, Q1.
Dry quali.
That's good. I mean, you never know with Q1. Sometimes Q1 can play some tricks on you. You might have a nice dry Q1, but then next thing you know, you could go into Q2 and then the heavens open. So looks like that's not the case today. So we're gonna have a dry. So how much How much practice do you think these guys have put in to be able to get that good mark for the opening Grand Prix? How much time and effort do you think these guys have put in to their Australian hot laps?
Depends on the driver in question, because you know some take it a hell of a lot more serious than others, but I think the likes of Kumonic, I think he's really put in the hours on this game. He's stepped up from tier 2, of course, and yeah, he's been looking very quick in the pre-season test, but a lot of these boys have been sweating it, and there's always an ongoing competition when it comes to time trial events, etc. But horse race pace is completely different to TT standards. But yeah, we know the likes of Stubbsy. He puts in a lot of hard graft, Mr. Baraps himself, although he's been on vacation recently. Oxdes, he loves to sweat the game. And it's nice to see we've got ABR Bowen in the session as well.
We are peaking at 31 viewers so far, Rich, on ABR. Fantastic opening audience here. And we're only in Q1. Let's get this shared, boys.
Yep, let's get it shared. We've got plenty of time before lights out around Australia, but it's very good to catch them on their hot laps because it will be the quickest that we see them all weekend, of course. So it seems that Notio has a validation. So who else is on a quick lap?
I've just gone with Gecko, who's just died, one of the newcomers.
Right on board with Stubbsy. Put down to his heavy braking right-hander. And get nice and early on the apex there. Let it run out wide. Don't get too greedy on the power. Just need to feed it into the corner. You need to be really planted through here. Keeps the hammer down. You see all the drivers purple until someone sets the lap time.
It's purple for the racing point.
Rossi El Bossy says, I'm here, my dudes. Hey, Phil. Rossi El Bossy, give Phil a shout out here.
How are we doing, sir?
And we've got Chrissy B, also known as CSR Multi21 in the chat. He says this is going to be very unpredictable.
I found a flyer with Rich. FRA Gecko, two purple sectors, and they don't look like they've been beaten according to the cars behind, because we've still got other drivers to lead.
It's going to be the first to cross the line is ABR Stubbsy, new addition to the esports team, and he comes up to the line to kick us off a 19.886.
Gecko, and Gecko beats it with a 1:19.5 with a good time there from the racing point and the debut here.
Noam comes up to the line. HRC 19.6. So we already see the competitiveness coming
Wraps
out.
up to 4th.
20 dead. Who else we got on laps now? EJ's out on track. Evans one to watch as well. He's staying in the pits. A lot of drivers will only do probably one run, won't they, Phil? If they get a good lap here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully see him through.
You don't want to be using too many compounds.
AJ's on a medium.
He's not the only one.
21-2.
And here comes Jordan K, the teammate of ABR Baraps, coming around the final corner here. How's he going to fare in his first race in the Red Bull? It's up to 7th, just plants behind his teammate by 0.3 of a second there. The 1:20.3. And
We've had 10 lap times so far. And it's Gecko, HRC, Stubbsy. Humonic, a good lap for Humonic there.
Yeah,
broken the 19s. Good banker.
How's it going, Leslie Van? How are we doing today?
Purple Sector 1 for PWR Cookie.
If you haven't checked out F1 Online on Instagram and checked out the new website of the man himself, Sergeant Leslie Van, please drop him a message for any more information that you need, or just visit his Instagram. I'm sure he'll be happy to pop that in the chat for you, and do take a look at that. Some really, really good items on there.
Yeah, get skins for your wheels. I've even got one bit off the website itself. It says, it's a little sign for the missus. It says, "Do not disturb, I'm watching the racing." And I find it comes in extra handy as I'm always either watching or racing. But yeah, great product line for F1 Online. Check out the website for sure. There's great content as well on the Insta team.
Cookie up tonight.
Cookie does. It's going to go again probably with that though.
Yeah, I'm definitely most considering buying one of those wheel skins off that website. I must say, it is winning me over. It is very tempting.
And we've got a late comer, FRA Ron Hard has joined the session.
So there you go. As you guys put his Instagram in the comments, F1 Online, go check that out. Sorry, Rich, I know he was about to speak, so I'll let you continue.
No, definitely check out Ezzy's F1 Online, a great site, great daily content he's always putting up as well. So yeah, catching up on here. Danny Rick says HRC for the win. You've got Oxtez in the chats. Yanni Jans is here, says good evening to everyone. And we've got Log Shotter, also saying Oxtez for the win. Danny Rick, he reckons Stubbsy for pole. And we got Florian in the chat, he says, come on Oxtez. Rossi El Bossi is kindly hosting us, the ABR, on his own personal channel, so thank you very much. And if you can host us, broaden the spectrum. We'd always appreciate that. More eyes, the better. And Evans has now gone purple in Sector 1. McLaren is flying at the minute. What you often do find though is if you do take a bit too much out of Sector 1, the tyres can start to fade towards the end of the lap. I did notice that earlier whilst riding on board with a certain driver.
Absolutely, Evans is flying.
He's definitely converted very well to the new platform, the new game, shall we say. And he's one of the quickest out there. You will definitely see him in the time trial stats, left, right and centre, normally to the upper end top 50s, that's for sure. Here he comes. Phil's going to get a nice cheeky toe up to the line. And what's Evans going to post?
Oh, third fastest.
That will do. That will do.
I'm just on board with the Renault of PWR Dan. Of course, known in the Williams car last season, now in the yellow and black Renault. Teaming up with PWR, Cookie, his companion who sits currently P10. But with only 8 minutes to go, I think it's very vital that we get all the drivers a lap in now. Of course, we see Callum on the lap as well, Oxford on an outlap, Patino, and Jalnix doing the pit. So it's very, very important.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to get that lap in as early as possible. At the same time, you want a bit of rubbered in track if you're only going to try and use one set of tyres. Of course, the tyres you do use now, you can forget about them. You know, you can push 2-3 laps, but you will lose that slight, you know, a few tenths maybe off your optimal pace. PWR Dan.
What's it going to be? He's out of charge. He is out of charge. Good enough for him.
Looks to be in danger with that one.
Yeah, and he's invalidated as well, so that's not going to help him.
Woo! Look at the top, Phil. Look at the top.
Whoa. An ABR comes across the line in the Scuderia Ferrari here, currently 12th fastest, moving up to 5th. ABR Nam with a very good lap there of a 119.9.
The Italian stallion in the Ferrari. Oh, he's not Italian, but he's driver for Ferrari in the number 16. We hope to have the number sorted once Cody's get their act together in the next couple of weeks. Rockstairs, we know, very quick. Multiple Grand Prix winner. What is he made of?
My fan favourite.
Phil loves a bit of Oxness. Or Oats, as some people know him. He doesn't mind the Oxness though.
It makes him go faster, I reckon.
sounds quicker, doesn't it?
He's on the medium tyres and he's getting an absolute blistering toe off his teammate.
It's gonna maybe. Oh, that was tight there though.
He almost hit
wasn't
him.
ideal going into it. Yeah. So on push laps now, we've got Vitinho and Oxtes. It looks like maybe a few of the top guys as well. Hard to tell.
Little lock up there from Oxtes as he's got 2 corners to go. The swooping left and then the swooping right. You want to get a nice wide exit. Catch a little bit of the curve on the way through. DRS wide open. What's it going to be for ABR upstairs? Only P14. And he's on the medium.
You have to go again. Yeah, it's too risky, that medium. With this stacked lobby, Phil, I think it's a waste of tyre, really.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a very good time on the mediums. Very good time. I mean, he's done a
validated.
120.8. I'm sticking with the man himself, Mr. Callum CW11. Shown some great potential in this game. Raced up against him a couple of times. He is most certainly very rapid. So,
Williams don't want to get the wheel. Yaunif just letting a racing point through the winding up his own laps. Right on board with Yaunif on his spot lap here.
And I'll stick on board with his teammate behind him, Callum CW. And we'll see how the Williams boys do, because they currently haven't set a lap yet.
Strategic, I'm thinking, Phil. It's part of the plan.
Remember, you want to get the track when it's at its most optimum temperature, don't you? You want to get that. You want to get the track as quick as it can be. Nice little bit of rubber set out on the track and not too cold. Oh, purple first sector for Callum there. He looks like he is absolutely flying.
And as well, he's looking good. When it's not too eventful, you know, it's good. Taking a bit more on entry there. Well, he wants to get this solid lap in the bank. He's actually backed out of it, Phil.
Callum's still going. He's purpling everywhere.
Vitinho he's opted for the soft tyre now, and he's coming up to the line. Where does Vitinho slot in? And that puts him 9th fastest. I think that's safe.
Here comes Callum.
To the next round.
Round the last couple of corners. Here we go, Rich. This is it. Your championship winner from last season, the reigning defending champion, Callum CW11, going to come across the line. What's it going to be for Callum? It's a 199. P5, he'll be very happy with that.
We seen any sandbagging here, do we think? Good, he's retired, hopefully in pit lane. That lap from HRC though, that's a bit special, isn't it? I don't know if some people got a few tenths in the pocket maybe, but damn.
Well, let's just say Oxtes is going to need to get in and get out as quick as possible, otherwise he will be taking no longer part in this qualifying.
So those at risk are Oxted, AJ, Noctayo and Yaunif. And they can also easily be displaced as Bowen. He's not too far away. That's Dan.
AJ's just started his lap now on the racing point. Let's see if he can improve. He's currently sitting in P17 in the drop zone. As Evans has had enough, he's in P2. I think he's absolutely smashed that last lap, 119.4. And Callum has
need a good lap here from Yaunif. What's it going to be as he crosses the line? And
12.
It's P12 and 20. I think that's going to be good enough for 22.
Well, AJ is 6 tenths up in the first sector, of which you hope, because he's on a 121.2. Little lock up there on the right front. But this is where it's going to count, your chicane. You do not want to be invalidating here or losing the car, because he's just got a purple sector 2 and he's taking it very well, has AJ. I think this could be a good one, Rich. I think this could be enough to get him out. As long as he doesn't invalidate. Yeah, exactly.
Just want to bank this one. And we'll worry about Q2 next. We've got 1 minute 30 remaining of qualifying one. This is the time. We've got quite a few guys coming down for a final push. Got Bowen, Oxtes, Dan.
Cross the line.
Oh yes.
He'll take that.
Very good.
Oxtes is back out.
Mateo's validated. Jordan's probably on the bubble. He's gone again. Sector 3. Is he going to improve? Red Bull driver. His teammates currently up in P5.
Millsy
across the line. Currently 15th. And he goes 8th. He breaks the 19s as well. Very good lap.
That's pushed PWR down out. They're all starting their laps now. Oxford is starting his lap. Gandhi is also starting his lap behind him. This is it now. ABR upstairs. It's hammer time. He is under pressure. Do not put a foot wrong here.
Push now.
If you don't get this lap right. Come on, son.
Ganj is in danger.
So far, so good.
These are all quick boys. Very quick boys. If there was in any other league, there'd probably be in P1 right about now.
My league, certainly. Oxtes is absolutely testing the limits of every corner he goes into. He's just braking that little bit later. He just wants to ensure that he gets out. That he doesn't need to push that hard. You don't want to ruin his lap. That's it now. Qualifying is done. He's going really well. He's pushing the cars.
That's it for Yannick. He may just make it.
Well, if Oxford pushes him out, and PWR Dan also on a lap.
Squeaky bum time. Here we go.
Here comes Oxford. Gonna round the final corner. ABR Oxford. What's it gonna be? Is he gonna push? Ganjawiz off the cusp. Yes, he is.
Yes, he does.
And now here comes Ganjawiz. Ganjawiz can't improve. Dan's invalidated.
Bowen hop up.
And no.
What about Dan? Dan's next up. Oh no, he's invalidated.
Yeah,
Dan will not make it out. That will be your order. They're going to lose Bowen. They're going to lose Ganjawiz. PWR Dan. Notoyo F1. We've lost some big characters. Bill.
I mean, like you just said, you look at the names that are in the drop zone and you think, really? How
are they there?
I honestly am, in a sense, really dreading this race, because let's be real. Look at P1 at 1:19.3 and then go all the way down to P19. It's like 1.5 seconds in that between the whole grid.
It's going to be crucial about just your race management and minimising mistakes.
Oh, apologies.
It's so unrelenting.
Not yours.
Evans.
Time.
Yeah, look at Evans here. You got really close at the end. 19.4.
Yeah, I just caught the end of his lap. It was really good.
But yeah, do some of the boys have some pace in the pocket? I do think so. But Bowen, Ganjawiz, PWR Dan and Notoyo, put your feet up for now. That's the only benefit of going out in qualifying. You can sit back and actually relax, watch a few of these boys. And now we're going to lose 5 more drivers. Oh, yes. So let us know, chat. Who's your predictions for pole position based on that opening flurry of laps? Do let us know in the chat. And also, Phil, it's going to be interesting who saved a set of tyres maybe for the later stages, and who's going to be able to, call upon them when needed.
Absolutely. So now we enter Q2, and this is where race strategies are going to be confirmed. We might see some initial runners on the medium and then maybe switch to the soft tyre. You often see that depending on how big the deficits are. But it seems as if an AlphaTauri has come out the garage.
Out on track. Williams drivers opted for the medium compound of tyre. I always find it's best to try and get the banker in early on the medium fill.
Yep.
And always dive onto the softs. Gecko, interesting on the soft. Jordan, Jasper, Callum medium, Cookie medium. Callum really caressing the car for a minute, slowly bringing it up to 10th.
I'm getting some odd camera glitches here. I can't actually see anyone right now. Oh, there we go.
Ryan46, he says, damn, tier 1 is stacked. You can say that again, sir. Forest F1 Eastern says, me? Is that you for the poll? If so, what's your gamer tag? Lewis says, come on, Kelly. Again, who's Kelly? I don't know some of the drivers' actual names, I only know their nicknames. Connor Davies.
Assume maybe Jordan K, potentially.
Yeah. And Connor's also in the chat, I think, supporting him. He says Jordan for Q3. Yeah, that would be an achievement, getting through. Oh, we got a spinner. Callum on the last corner. He lit it up. He got on that overtake button a bit too early. The loud pedal a bit too hard at the round she blows. And then medium compound tyres.
We'll be down in the lap here.
On the lap. Jasper now. Cookie.
See Sync Jasper. Oh, we've got Williams letting some cars through. Everyone's on a flyer. As Sync Jasper heads into sector 2 and has taken that very, very, very smoothly here. He has gone purple, but it's been instantly beaten by the man behind him, FRA Gecko, who is going to be the second car to cross the line. But Jordan K now coming to the last couple of corners. We've got a yellow flag, we've got a spinner. I'm not sure who that is, but we're going to get our first lap time in now. Sync Jasper crosses the line now. He's going to put in the opening time of 1:19.7. FRA
Gecko. Whoa!
1:19.2. And
okay,
what's happened with the Red Bull?
Jordan is stopped on track. He's going to need to get that moving. Maybe a software glitch, maybe a wheel disconnect. Not quite sure, Phil.
What AJ saying, these guys need to slow down.
Well, these are proper esports levels, boys. These boys are right up there in terms of the quickest on the Xbox platform. Everywhere you look, you'll see probably one of these on your leaderboards. And it's a pleasure to ride on board with them. So Ryan says, my Q3 lap from last night would have only been like 10th in Q1. WTF. Yes, WTF indeed.
Yeah, upstairs.
Pushing on the medium. It's upstairs on.
He's coming up to sector 2 now. He's on the soft tyre. So far, so good.
Evans rounding the final few corners, and he's going to dive into the bits because he has invalidated. I was late to notice that. A few cars up ahead of Cookie here. Looks like a Ferrari of maybe upstairs, is that?
Yeah, upstairs is coming now, around the final corner. He comes around behind the AlphaTauri. And it's third fastest for ABR Rocks, is a 120.1.
Very good lap, but damn, it's relentless, the pace.
Demonic. Also on another lap.
HRC's coming around. He's on their mediums, Phil. What's he going to do on the medium compounds? They just started the lap, apologies.
Oh, Demonic setting purple sectors here. Purple sector 1 for him. Coming into sector 2 now. And he does take it.
Oh, he's dropped it.
And he's out of the session. That is devastating for Humonic. Absolutely devastating. He was showing some absolute great place. That's brought out a yellow flag.
AJ says he doesn't see how anyone is going to get through on those mediums when the grid is this competitive, and I think they're going to be right there, mates. And HRC's on the push lap on their mediums. You can see you were even on the soft tyre. They even catch you out there. Anyone can scrape through on the medium though, Phil. That's going to be some achievement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Risky as well. Very, very risky.
Especially around here. HRC
up to the line. Slowest time so far. It's a good time considering a 20.8. It's just showing the pace. Unrelenting pace. Buraps has also gone for the medium.
You know,
who found up?
Likes a good strategy.
Backed out of it. I think he's going to go for another push lap, even though it was purple.
Yeah, I see it.
You must feel there's more in the tank. Maybe it was just a tease for what's yet to come. Let's see. He's going to get the perfect launch out these final few corners. Very difficult to master. Coming slightly off camber around the final corner as we rocket up to the line to start our flying lap with Mr. Buraps. Heading into turn 1, kiss the inside, use the exit curb. Running hard on the power. What's happening, Phil?
Validated.
Validated. Bam.
Such a shame.
Evans, purple sector 1. Purple sector 1 for Evans. Tyres screeching in pain, under braking. Can get away with small lockups on this one. Maximize in 7th gear there. Going into 8th.
Validated as well.
Yeah. All these guys are going to put themselves under pressure now, Phil. And get one more shot probably.
Yeah,
6 minutes
to the final couple of corners. Let's see what the Scotsman can do in the Williams here as he comes down the final string. What's it going to be for ABR Yalnif? It's P4 with a 119.8.
Very good lap. Callum is also pushing his teammates in sector 3, Phil. Let's see what he's going to bring home for the team. Remember, we just want to get through to the top 10. Don't want to abuse these tyres too much because we will start the race on them. It's our quickest lap time. Here comes Callum P2 with a 119.3. It's very, very good for Callum there. And he'll be able to rest well for the rest of the session. Evans now purple sector 1. Backed out of it though. He's going to go in for a fresh set.
No brainer, I think. What last thing you want to do is have warm softs going into the race.
Indeed. Cookie as well, maybe option pit lane is here, or is he in out lap? Pit lane it is. Or Cookie. So, we've got the top 6. They've broken the 19 barrier. Gecko, Callum and Noam have absolutely smashed it. They're in the low 19s there. Some unrelenting pace. And it's only going to heat up.
Yes, yeah, Evans has gone into the pit. Upstairs is on a banger. It's gone purple. Sector 1 here.
There's a lot of time to be made or lost in Sector 1. Just want to keep it as smooth as possible. Sector 2 can really catch you out with these curbs. And yep. Just as we say, commentator's Gerstville.
Yeah.
Major
I mean,
on the lap.
It's not ideal.
Ganju he's come out with a statement, and Ganju publicly says to all his fans, he says, "I'm so sorry I let the fans down today. We hope to see you bounce back, Ganju, for the race." And see you overtaken left, right and centre.
Undoubtedly.
He just had a big moment.
Vitinho, and he's getting a nice little toe from his teammate.
It's very good for AJ. It's a 19.442. He's put his hat into the ring. I think for the qualifying pole position later on.
Oh,
Gloves will come off.
Validated. The pressure.
There's pushing it in.
Oh, big up for the Renault. I thought,
Purple Sector 1 for Oxters.
I'm not sure what these two are doing. These two want to have a race.
Callum's Keaton.
TWR and Vitinho having a little race. Just as you do on your outlap.
So let us know, chat, what kind of camera angles do you prefer? Who do you want to ride on board with? What kind of things do you want to see on the screen, or don't you want to see anything on the screen? Do let us know what you'd like for the Grand Prix as Oxtez rounds the final corner and comes up to the line for ABR Oxtez, and it's P5, a 19.5. That lap's fire. There's a lot of quick laps coming in now, and Buraps is on a push lap.
Bush now. Bush
me.
Oh, yellow flag. What in the name of ABR Noabbas? Absolutely just given up.
Has he binned it?
Well, he's retired on track.
Interesting. Catch it on your finger. Flip it.
No. I'm a bit lost.
Aren't we all, Phil? We all
no,
lost.
Sorry, I think no. Sorry, I got that wrong. So because there was a yellow flag on ABR Oxford, so I thought it was 9 that retired on track, but 9's actually in the pits, and it was Oxtez with the yellow flag. My bad.
So a 19.8 for Buraps. I think anyone breaking the 19 barrier, it might be comfortable to get through. Oh, who's just popped up now?
The PWR Cookie.
Here comes HRC round the final corner, up to the line. What's it going to be for HRC?
Evans.
It's very good. It's a 19.354.
Keep your eye on Evans'
It is
skills.
gorgeous.
Keep your eye on Evans. He is absolutely bolting. 2 purple sectors here for the McLaren as he heads into sector 3. A little tiny knocker. Going to come around the last couple of corners. What's it going to be for Evansy? Can we see anyone break that 18th? Can we get anyone in the 18th? We crossed the line. ABR Evans. What's it going to be? And it's a 119.1.
Wow! He's smashed it out the park, leaving it late. We've also got Jordan on the lap here.
As we do, just casually leave it late. It's fine. He was just racking that lap up. It's all good. He knew what he was doing.
Jordan goes P13. He will not make it through. Coutinho has gone around Phil. He's had a moment and he will not improve. So we're going to lose Coutinho. Stubbs P11. He's on a hot lap. Stubbsy's in the final sector. He needs to improve. He's got the pace. And on the bubble is Yalnif. Buraps is in the pits.
Here comes Stubbsy. Stubbsy's going now. Stubbsy's up to 8.
Yes,
That
he's
pushes
safe.
Buraps on the cusp. Yalnif. Here we go. He's going to come across the line. He's invalidated. Yalnif's now coming around the final corner. Can Yalnif deny? ABR Buraps have placed in Q3. Yes, he can.
Yes,
Buraps
he
is
does.
out. Buraps has been knocked out by ABR Yalnif. Unbelievable.
Phil, this is why we love Tier 1. Even the qualies licks. Jeez.
Oh, that's being a bit fast. I think I need to slow down.
I think these boys need to slow down.
Jesus Lord.
Oh damn, so Evans
Perhaps
has
the
19-1.
on the last second by Yalnif. Oh.
And it goes to show Buraps had a 19.8. A 19.8. And he has got eliminated from Q2. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. Buraps has done a 19.8 and been eliminated in qualifying 2.
Do you want to see something else cool? Look at the time difference between Oxtez and Yalnif.
Oh wow, 1,000th of a second. Let's also look here, Phil, between I think P3, 4 and 5. They was all in the 19.3s, I think it was. You know, try and fit a Rizla paper in between that, boys. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining us. So, Buraps, yeah, starting in P11, it's not the worst position in the world to start, Phil.
I mean, he gets a free choice, I believe.
So why does it show Yalnif is eliminated? What is that?
2, 3, 4, 5. No. It's Humonic DNF'd. So, I don't think that gets counted as an elimination for whatever reason. Because look.
Well, we're going to find out. I think it's a bug, a glitch in the matrix.
I mean, I don't know what's happened there.
Yeah, I think it happened the other day in like Q3 or something like that as well. We had a similar graphic.
So just to clarify,
well, let's hope.
No, he's not.
What is going on? So is he going to get a free tyre choice now? Because if he doesn't, that's a bit of a robbery, isn't it? Yalnif qualifies P10, but doesn't make qualifying 3. We've got 9 runners for this one. Unless he's dropped out of the session, it's the only logical thing if everything is in good working order. But I think the game could have just, done him over, per se.
He's not really happy with
11.5 minutes. Final part of qualifying, final shootout. Use, abuse these tyres. Some drivers will go out on a scrub set early on to maybe get a banker lap in, save the freshest set for the last minute possible. And yes, Ganjois, what is going on? Yalnif not through. Let us know if we missed a trick.
I'm just having a look at my sources here. Bear with me, Rich, and I'll try and come to you with an update here.
We always love the knowledge, the insight. Call him the fact man, stat man. Phil knows all the intricacies. And he'll get the talk from the paddock. It happened before in the Europe race in Q1. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, Harvey. It did happen in ABR Europe as well. So hopefully one of them things that they can iron out. Yeah, hopefully for Yalnif it gives him a free tyre choice, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, he's got a bit shafted there. Feel hard done by. You know, these things can and will happen in real life as well. You know, maybe he could have picked up a bit of damage. Won't take any further part in the session. But I think it's probably that situation that Phil was referring to, where Humonics did bin it, and it's not fault of him as part of that session still. So it's then removed the 5 slowest drivers, even though we've already lost one. So it should have just removed 4 potentially.
Yeah, there is some. I've just had a look. There is some feedback on the Codemasters forum suggesting that this still has been an issue. It's not an actual rule, so really Humonic should have just counted as one of the 5, and naturally Yannick would have just gone into Q3 as normal. But I generally think this is a game bug. It's not an actual. It's not an actual thing.
Yeah, the game's just confused itself pretty much. And, yeah, it's one of them things. We'll give some feedback to Cody's, and I'm sure they will iron out the creases. If you're just joining us, this is the opening round of the Tier 1 Championship, the creme de la creme of our esports channel. And who is your pick for pole position? Don't sit on the fence, boys. Let me know in the chat who's your pick for quali. And we've got a super committed, over-committed Noam who has just been validated.
Oh! Look at that time. 119 dead.
Wow. Sync Jasper. Doing that.
Watching ABR Evans.
Callum, 19-2.
So here we go. Here comes the McLaren of ABR Evans. He's going to come across the line. What's it going to be?
Good.
It's a 120 dead.
Stopping in the pit lane. It's not worked out. Here comes the Ferrari of Oxdes. Looking good in red, but is the lap going to be good? Let's see. Like we said earlier, on that early banker on the board. Here comes Oxdes, a 19.3, very, very good lap, but still a lot to do for pole position.
Still got
Backed
ABR Noam, who's backed off. AJ on an out lap, who's just off the track. I think he might just be thinking that Noam's on a flyer, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, and he's got back on the move again, so...
Yeah, maybe something wasn't quite right, if he's using the wheel or something, Phil. Or maybe just take care of something quickly. We'll see. But yes, a great opening flurry. We've got 5 boys who have set a lap time so far. The rest of them appear to have, you know, validated or had a mare of it in the opening stages. Of course, only 9 drivers for this one, thanks to Codemasters themselves. But Gecko, 19 dead. He's going to want an 18, surely. Can anyone else break the 18 barrier? Who can challenge Phil?
It can be anyone's qualifying here. You've got AJ warming up a lap, getting ready here, yet to set a time. Would love to start in the front row with his Racing Point companion so far.
6 minutes remaining, boys.
Here he goes.
Gonna have one time.
Here comes AJ, lining it up, setting up the flyer here. Heads into turn 1. Oh, and he's validated.
Who's going to be next on a lap? Let's have a look, see, shall we?
All in the pit.
It's going to be Mexican standoff now.
It sinks Jasper.
Yeah, AlphaTauri to track. You see most of the drivers going to come out about, what, 2.5 minutes, Phil? Around that sort of time, if they're confident.
Absolutely. This is squeaky bum time now, Rich.
It was squeaky in Q1, if you ask me, Phil. We've had some big scalps already. And I don't think the race will be any different. It's going to punish even the best.
Here we go.
So,
got some drivers coming out now, Rich. HRC's out. There's a racing point. Oh no, that's someone going in. Okay, fantastic. That was a racing.
Sorry, I keep clashing with them. Jasper's starting his flying lap. Right on board with the AlphaTauri. I think HRC is going to be the next one to kick us off, so maybe keep an eye on him, Phil. His last
Well, you
attack.
got Jasper's on a lap.
Yeah. HRC's. Where is it? Here. Oh yeah, sector 2 still.
On an out lap, sector 2.
Can anyone break the 18s?
I'm not sure, but we've just seen a purple sector from St. Jasper here. Oh, he's almost clattered the wall and he's
You heard it.
He's messed that up. I think he hit the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not much, but
hopefully he's got the fuel in the tank. No damage occurred, hopefully. And we'll get another
hits
push
HRC.
lap. Oh, he's got cars in the way, is it?
Oh, everyone's getting in his way.
It's a pain in the Haas. That's for sure. It's looking good so far. He's gone purple, sector 1. Filling in this weekend for K-Mag, number 20 car of HRC. Knows a bit special. Thank you for all the work you do, HRC, as well. We love the logos, we love the graphics. Do a stellar job on and off the track, sir. This is the Apex, lovely there.
Apple in 2 as well.
Here we go, Phil.
I think we could see an 18 here if he keeps this lap together. He looks like he's absolutely cruising.
So much.
Here he goes. What's it going to be for HRC? It's only P3.
19.2.
Gecko's on another lap. Oxstairs is also on a flyer. He's coming into sector 2. He's 2 temps up. Here comes the first Scuderia ABR Oxstairs. He was predicted for a potential pole position here. He's certainly not being ruled out of it so far, as he's got a couple of corners to go. ABR Oxstairs. Can he at least send it to the front row, or can he go one better as he comes round the final corner, catches superb DRS wide open? What's it gonna be? It's P2, and it's not a lot in it.
Look at the margin.
We've got Callum on the lap now. This is it. This is absolutely crucial for the guys now. Here goes Callum going through sector 1 in the Williams here.
Through the last one to cross the line, Phil.
Oh, Callum's invalidated.
He's not going to go again. It's going to be it for him.
Nope.
19.2. Very good lap.
AJ coming now.
Got no am on the lap. AJ, Stubbsy just started the lap. They're all flying. just ahead of us. A couple of cars.
Here comes AJ.
Checkered flag is out, Phil.
What's it gonna be? As P6 for AJ 119.5.
Wow.
We've got ABR Noam, P3 for Noam. We've still got Stubbsy. I'm keeping it across
Evans.
Stubbsy and Everty across the line now. What's it gonna be? 119.3. So it's just Stubbsy to go.
Stubbsy's flying
ABR
along.
Stubbsy. What are we gonna get here?
Gecko will not improve.
It's Oxtez on another lap. I was gonna say. Here we go. Jasper can't improve. Good exit through the last corner. He's carried a lot more speed than I've seen. What's it gonna be for ABR Stubbsy? It's P6 at 119.3 here.
Wow.
And that is your lot. FRA Gecko on his debut. Pole position. ABR Oxtez and ABR Noam round out the top three in the scarlet red Ferraris. Callum P4.
What a lap,
HRC
Gecko.
5th, Stubbsy 6th, Evans 7th. Look at the difference in time. Unbelievable.
Francis, this is what we need. We've got half a second covering qualifying 3. And just look at the margins. It was all the difference between one lock-up, one slight wobble. And that would have been the difference to pole position. Oxtez misses out by 0.018 of a second. But he gets himself on that front row with his teammate behind him. Gecko is looking tasty. Oxtez, this grid is stacked. We've got some real drivers out of position as well, Phil. Oh my goodness, we're in for a barnstormer of a race. Florian says Gecko is on fire. Yes, indeed. Wow, we need to catch our breath, Phil. Deep breaths. Woosa before this Grand Prix gets going, because it's gonna be unrelenting. We're gonna have
definitely gonna make a drink while we have the little 5 minute. I'm going to grab a drink. Yeah. I am absolutely parched. Too much shouting. Need to refuel.
So boys, this is a chance. Make a quick pit stop, get a drink, and we're just going to have our little interlude before we get the Grand Prix up and going. So do not press ready. Do wait for the lobby host, your man ABR Buraps, to give us the green light for the session. There is a formation lap, of course, and I am very, very excited for this one, boys. Who's your pick for the top 3 in any order? Do let me know. Get in the chat now. Share the hell out of the chat. Get grandma on the chat. Get your mum on it. Your sister. Get the cousins on. Any friends, family. Get it in the Instas. Get it out there, boys. Come on. Facebook. You know you're on them. Get it on the Snapchats. All of these. Come on. Don't forget the Twitter. Plenty of places to share it. Get yourself famous, boys, because you have the talent. And we are along for the ride around Albert Park for the opening round of Tier 1 this season. It's going to be an epic one. We've got some great new additions to the league. And can our champion defend it? It looks like an arduous task. Be very track dependent, I'm sure, but Callum has got his hands full this year. So if you're just tuning in, we're just having a short interlude from qualifying. We do the full qualifying format, Q1 through to Q3. So we've already been going for an hour. So if you've taken part in all parts of qualifying, it's quite a stressful task. Callum done an 18.6 in practice, so he's got the pace apparently. Razia says, come on Oxtez, man. Adam Jones Racing says, Oxtez W inbound. And Barep says, good luck to all. And indeed, good luck, drivers. We know Melbourne is a tough track. Be careful with them opening laps. Heavy fuel loads, curbs, dirty air. all going to play their factors here at the Australian Grand Prix.
Absolutely, I agree. It's going to be an absolute corker of a start. And you know, as I said earlier, with qualifying, you just couldn't have predicted it. You know, you get the questions, who's going to get pole, but honestly, there is no time whatsoever separating these guys. Any of these guys on their respective day can get pole position. As we have Baraps readying up, so we're gonna get the formation lap started, and then we're gonna get the grid to you guys. Watching along.
Who is your pick, Phil?
ABR Oxtez. I can't. I'm gonna have to go ABR Oxtez, ABR Baraps, FRA Gecko. There's my top three.
Okay.
I think Baraps can pull something out of the bag, take advantage of a safety car, or something like that.
So, as usual,
anyway,
if we can do the grid, Phil, for the
absolutely. So here is your grid for the opening race here in ABR Tier 1. Starting on pole with an exceptional 119 dead is FRA Gecko in the Racing Point. Starting alongside him, beating 18,000 from second is ABR Extras in the Ferrari. Behind them on the second row, ABR Noam 93 in his debut in the Ferrari gets third place. Alongside him, Callum CW11 in the Williams. Behind them, HRC in the Haas. Alongside him, ABR Stubbsy in the Mercedes. Great performance from them guys. ABR Evans, exceptional Q2 time, couldn't make it stick in Q3. He starts P7. Sink Jasper on his debut starts in P8 in the AlphaTauri. P9 goes to AJ in the Racing Point. He'll want to make up some early positions here to try and catch up to his teammate on pole. ABR Yannick alongside him. Starting behind them is the Red Bull of ABR Baraps and PWR Cookie. Behind them, Jordan K2406 in the opening Red Bull, and ABR Latino in the Haas starts in 14th, and ABR Humonic starts P15 after his unfortunate crash in Q2. ABR Boeing in 16th, CR7 Evangelist starts 17th in the Mercedes. PWR Dan and Noctial F1 round off the final row of the grid.
So, for the win, who am I gonna? I'm gonna go HRC for the W, Stubbsy, and we got on a medium. I'm gonna go Humonic for a podium, starting way down in 15th. The strap might come towards him. Let's see. As we take shape for the opening round. I've got butterflies already, Phil. Almost that magical time. Let's take shape up in the grid. Hopefully tyres all up to temp. Welcome along everyone for American British Racing. This is the Tier 1 Championship. This is the opening Grand Prix. And this is Phil.
Here we go. Here we go here. Ready on the grid here for the opening ABR Tier 1 Grand Prix. As we get the lights ready, here we go. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the ABR Tier 1 opening round here. It's a fantastic start from our pole sitter. FRA Gecko ignored the telemetry up in the top right. It's not perhaps in front. It's ABR Oxtez follows round in P2 here. Callum CW has jumped ABR early doors here and jumped up into third place. We got a yellow flag. We got a Mercedes of ABR Stubbsy. What has happened? And he's got a little bit of damage, and that is not ideal for the Mercedes driver early doors.
Now we've got a yellow flag on lap 1, Phil. It looks like it was one of the Red Bulls that caught out there. Do dismiss the timing screens there, completely all over the place. I think it was ABR Baraps that was caught up in that opening lap melee there. About 5 cars involved, and both of the Red Bulls actually have dropped right down the order. P17, P18, and up ahead of us we've got wheel-to-wheel action here between PWR Cookie, it looked like there in the background, and yeah, these standings a bit tricky to master at the minute, but yeah, it just sorted itself out.
I think we're all reset now. Yeah,
Yep.
it looks all good. Oh, we got another yellow flag. Oh, so there's another Mercedes. Oh no, it's Jordan. Jordan's missing an end plate. And Stubbsy. Oh. Stubbsy almost goes into the back of him. So when you're opening that.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm just. That was just a crazy start to the Grand Prix. Absolute crazy start. I just saw absolute carnage, Rich. I think you got a better angle than I did, but. Oh. Unreal.
So yeah, don't know where to look in these opening laps of the Grand Prix, but it looks like Gecko has got a good getaway. He's got over 1 second advantage over Oxford. He's trying to hunt him down because this is important to stay within the DRS territory early on and form that train. So he's got Callum, Noam, and also got Evans and HRC all in hot pursuit. The highest medium runner is my man Q1X at the minute. He's coming up into P11 and he just needs to stay with these soft runners early on, Phil. Hope there's no early safety car. Maybe that's even playing to his hands. Let's see. And yeah, interesting opening. A few laps. Looks like everyone's settled down ever so slightly now. Gap's starting to form.
Alan on the back of Oxford. Really pushing him here. He's really on the back of him. He's clinging to him. He's kind of getting away from ABR now. And we got
AJ
another
drifts.
yellow flag down, and AJ
going to carry drifts on. He's lost a huge chunk of the left side of the front wing, Phil. And yeah, he's off track again. He's going to limp back home. Perhaps has already made a pit stop, gone onto them hard compound tyres. Yeah, tricky.
Yeah, you can't take any risks.
So into the pits we've had perhaps Stubbsy as well. Must have been involved in that contact. Jordan and Cookie all locked in for the pit lane. We catch back up to Callum. And he's not giving Oxtez a second of rest. And this is really helping Gecko at this point. He's going to start to check out if they start to battle at any point.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already drawn out a 1.9 second gap over ABR Oxtez, and that is not what Oxtez would have wanted to see, especially only on lap 3. Such a big gap he's drawn out of BRS, so even now. But look, now he might be in even more trouble because Callum is literally right on his tail now, and he's going to get DRS. Is he going to have enough? Not quite yet, but he's going to have DRS again, and Oxtez looks up. And, this is getting tight for second here, Rich.
Yeah, pressure's starting to tell. Callum is turning the screw. Do not cut any corners.
I'm going to get a train now.
Callum had a bit of oversteer there. It's dropped him back. Give that bit more breathing space to the Ferrari. But here comes Callum. The DRS management is so crucial. I cannot underestimate it around this circuit, Phil. Can really hold off.
Absolutely not.
Here comes Callum. We're going to send it under brakes. Going to show him the outside. He's going to hang it in there.
Here we go. I might have a battle here. It's ABR Martino round the outside of Yaunif. Yaunif's going to show him a long way round. Martino's going to try and get the switch back. Yaunif shuts him off, and Yaunif stays in P9. P8 for now.
And Jasper going right at it. Looks like a bit of lag going on just up ahead of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, it says that Patino's in 8th, but Yaunif's in the Williams, not Patino. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, looks like Yaunif's in P9. And it looks like Bertinho is on the attack.
He is ready for it.
Got to line it up here, get a good exit. Get too much curb. That's not ideal.
Catching right up to the back of Jasper. Went to send it.
Want it up to P10. Starting to catch you soft
right up to the back.
Remember, this race is going to come towards Humonic. Big time. He's going to really pray for a safety car. Maybe around lap 16, 17 of this Grand Prix. And if that happens, he's going to be in for the win.
Oh, Callum's a lot closer on this occasion. He's going to think about having a go. I know, but Evans is going to go down the inside. Maybe on that's a great move from McLaren. good battle. Really good battle.
It's all kicking off. Vitinho is down to 10th. Vitinho is down to 10th.
Nice divider.
Looks like he's come through unscathed though. Only his pride has been dented. That 5 of 29. Gecko leads the way. He's got a 2.7 second advantage, and it's really starting to cost him. It's the battle here with upstairs Callum and the rest of the chasing pack. Need to get a move on. Take advantage around the first pit stop window. Some drivers may be opting for a 2-stop around here. 1 stop is the predicted fastest.
Oh, we've got a safety car. PWR Dan. PWR Dan has had enough and he's lost an end plate.
Where is he?
Oh, he is just coming up to sector 2 now, at the end of sector 2.
We've got green flag racing once again. We're okay. It's up to Onyx on the move. We've got a car in pit lane. That's Sink Jasper. Early stop here. Try and make it work. Very powerful, getting the undercut. Get on that fresh tyre ASAP. Get back out there. Go ham.
Oh. Little lock up again from upstairs. Oh, and Callum's got massively out of shape there. And that's going to allow ABR Evans right on his tail. Callum having a massive little wobble there.
The pressure now.
That's going to bite upstairs a little bit of time. Evansy is joining this battle.
So everyone from 12th down has made a pit stop. Everyone else is yet to box. Evans picks up 3 seconds, Phil. That's going to be crucial come the end of the race.
There's Vitinho.
Yeah, running in that dirty air. Not helping him. Trying to get the overtake done on Humonic. Now up to P8 Humonic.
Yep, keeping a nice clean race so far.
He's up 7 spots
doing
off
really
his
well.
pit stop. Natoyo is up 8. Vitinho up 5 slots.
They must have had a little wobble because Yaunif was behind both of them. And now Yaunif jumped them both. There must have been a little off somewhere from one of them.
Something must have gone on, but never mind.
Oh, look at Evans now. Look at Evans now. He's right on the wheel of Williams. Oh, a bit of a queue behind him and all now, because now ABR and HRC clinches back onto the back of him, and there's loads of them. Because he's already got one. Oh, Stubbs has just got one.
Tell how hard the drivers are pushing. The tyres starting to go off as well. They're starting to move around a bit more. It's going to be catching a few of them out. AJ as well. 3 seconds.
Oxtead's forming a little bit of a queue behind him again.
Let's all hop on the upstairs express.
It's not easy to overtake here.
Into the barrier, he's going to come under attack. HRC goes up into P5 as we head down into turn 1.
Advantage.
Big moment. A good save though for the Ferrari driver, but it's cost him. They're spread out a bit more now. Callum's going to go back on the attack, it looks like. Hard to stay close through sector 2.
Definitely. Got to be careful of that dirty air as well.
Second advantage at the front of the order. At this point it's Gecko's race to lose. Just needs to keep it smooth, steady. Oxtead does not want to look behind him. Keep your head down, son. Push now. Let's go, champ. Lock up there. That corner, Humonic. 3 seconds. Big key. Look at this battle. It's third all the way down to P9 now. And into the pits comes Callum.
Callum's pits.
Yep.
HRC also. Two alike.
Look back here. We've got a battle between Yaunif and Kumonic, it looks like. Head down into turn 1. Burrups picks up a 3-second penalty. Track limits is absolutely killer here. As you can see on lap 9, a lot of penalties getting dished out. Gandrew is the same. A bit of a lock up there for the Haas driver. These tyres will start to be a pain in the Haas anytime. Pit window is open, boys. Pit window is open. Yet to make a stop.
We're seeing a lot of boxes. Oh, and Evans has got past upstairs. He sent it around the inside.
Gecko penalty.
And a time penalty for the leader.
That will rattle him. Chrissy says, yes, Richie and Phil, how are you doing, boys? I'm doing very well. We've got tier 1 action in front of us. How are you doing, Phil? AJ's out.
I'm okay. I'm enjoying the action. Oh, no.
I think it's pit lane.
Yeah.
It's like pit lane. It should be good. Just be a yellow in sector 3 for the time being. The drivers may be reacting to that though. We have a few people dive into the pits. Kumonic, interestingly enough, is going to dive into the pits. He's definitely going for a 2-stop. What would he be going? Soft now, Phil? I think that's the way to go if you're going to do it. Yeah.
No, he's going on the hards.
Oh, wow, okay. He's committed there. Maybe
he's got a nose change.
Aha, that would explain it. Definitely. So where's everyone going to shake out now? Where's the battles on track? Looks like Noam is creeping up on HRC yet again. It's a bit distorted now. We've still got a few people yet to make a stop. Top 5. Expect to see the leader enter the pits very soon. If you want to stretch it out to the mediums, you're going to need to take it watch from about lap 12 at least, if you can.
Yeah. I think I've got a little glitch again. Is Bowen in 5th with no stops?
Yeah, that's correct.
No, with fresh tyres, sorry.
No, he's yet to stop.
It says he's done...
He hasn't
I've got medium, he's done no laps on his mediums apparently.
Yeah, it's a glitch. He would have done 10 laps on them. He hasn't been down pit lane yet. Here we go, Vitinho on Yaunif. On track.
And leader has pitted. FI Gecko has pitted. Evansley stays out.
Here comes Vitinho. Just going to place his car into turn 1. Not going to look for the move. Hard to get the run down here. You have to break it very deep down into this right hander, but it's not going to be close enough on this occasion. Be wary of the tyres at this point. It'll be a smooth operation here. So it's worked out pretty well for Callum. Callum now 1.6 seconds, Phil, behind Gecko at this point.
Yeah, he of course he pitted 2 laps earlier and obviously took that advantage on that fresh rubber. And of course also Callum got a bit of a gap coming out of the pits to HRC. So.
And we've got split strategy as well because Gecko's on the medium, Phil, and Callum has opted for the hard tyres. Into the pits is Evans. Where's everyone going to shake out once they've made their stops? Let's see where Evans is going to feed back out into the field. Through goes.
Brian takes the lead.
Gecko's through, Callum's through. Comes HRC. And Noam as well. It's going to slot in P6 is Evans. Going to be on the faster tyre of the 3 cars ahead.
Look at Oxtez, he's lost a lot of time. Look how far he's now in 7th.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult from there. A lot of these boys will be hoping for the safety car at some point. Bring them back into the Grand
Definitely
Prix.
stack them back up.
Yeah. Oh, look at the lead. What we got here? Bowen. It's not yet to stop. This is a fight for position.
Oh!
Bowen defends for his life. He's not giving that position up. He is on used tyres. He's going to be struggling. Surely Gecko's going to get the run. Bowen's going to have to defend the inside. He wants to hold on to this position. Gecko thinks better of it, but look at the gap coming down. Here comes Callum Phil. He's going to be in DRS shooting range come the end of this lap, and yes, under 8 temps now. That's really helped Callum. Yeah.
And look at Callum, he's got DRS.
It's crucial. He needs to stay there now.
So definitely got the DRS from Bowen.
Callum needs to push now. The car ahead is on the medium tyres. Callum will be stronger at the end of this stint.
Here goes Evansy. He's going to go down the inside of Noam and makes it stick. What a move there from McLaren.
Did I send it? Did I send it?
Or didn't I send it? Ah, send it.
So Vinny says the creeping wing is here. Getting tips. Oh, we've lost Cookie. Where has that happened?
He spun it on the last corner. That's a VSC.
Oh, anyone who wants to pit. Good time.
PWR Dan's out and all.
What's Dan done? Is he retired in pit lane? Both of them are out.
No, Dan retired in the pit lane, but Cookie, I don't know what Cookie did. He must have spun last corner. Or opted for the pit lane and hit the pit lane wall. I don't know.
Let's keep an eye on the gaps, because safety cars, VSCs, can definitely make or break your Grand Prix. You can see drive-through penalties if you don't adhere to the delta time. You have to be extra careful not to overstep that. You want to keep it green all the way until we get the green flag. That's what you want to look for, not when we're getting ready up to racing speed, boys. We want the green flag. You want to be positive on the delta, but you don't want to lose touch to the car in front. And drive-through penalty we see here for Mr. Ganjawis. Sad to see. DRS re-enabled, and yeah, it's not worked out for Callum. 1.6 the gap. It's kind of lost out there under VSC. Can catch you at an awkward moment.
The Raps pits.
He'll be looking to go to a softer compound now.
Medium tyre has to be, surely.
So Gecko's doing a great job out front. Will the tyres last?
The Raps had a drive-through penalty.
Things you don't like to see. Evans closing in on the back of HRC. He's got the softer tyres on the car. He's looking to push now, Evans. Needs to get this done early doors. Most of the field is pretty spread out. Looks like this battle, maybe Vitinho, Kumonic are the ones to watch. As well as the 2 Red Bulls. Let's catch back up with the chat. Yeah, Creeping Wings in the house. He's getting some tips. The best place to do it, if you ask me, mate. We also got Chrissy Beast. He says Phil is like Brundle or the Resta. Just knows just about everything about the track. Richie is crofty, who just loves to get everyone hyped up. I'm quite happy with that analogy. Are you, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it.
I wouldn't say the
Resta. I do.
More of a Brundle.
I do like to have. I feel like the rest of the can.
Whoa! Got a big lock up. Evans almost went into the back of HRC. He's gone off track, Phil. He's losing positions. No is through. Here comes Oxtez as well. And the McLaren driver. What has happened to Evans there? He looks like he's back up to speed, but yeah, unfortunate scenes there. Just caught out very, very late on. Lives to fight another day. That's the McLaren driver.
Put in a lot of work as well to get back up to where he did.
Now we got Vitinho hunting down Humonic. Challenge here. Got the fresh tyre to do
So,
it.
just to put it to perspective at the moment, right? I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown. FRA Gecko, he's got a penalty and 2 warnings. Callum, he's got a penalty and 2 warnings. HRC, he's got a penalty. ABR Noam, penalty. ABR Upstairs, penalty. ABR Evans, penalty. ABR Yaune, penalty. Sink Jasper, no penalty. ABR Humonic, penalty. So you can tell how much these guys are pushing these track limits. They're trying to maximise the best potential out of the car they possibly can. And
here comes Vitinho.
He's
got the DRS wide open down into the braking zone. Is he going to send it? No, he doesn't. He just slots back in. Sorry, Phil. I thought he was going to make a move, the Haas driver there.
Did he lick the stamp?
He licked it, but he did not send it, Phil. He was half-hearted there. He was a day late and $1 short making that move stick, that's for sure. Chrissy says we're a great pairing. Alright, thank you very much, Chrissy. AJ said Oxted's got wing damage. He's in there.
Oh, Gandalus retiring in the pits.
Sad to see. Vitinho picks up another penalty of 3 seconds. Yeah, we've got the yellow flag in sector 1. The retiring car, which will rejoin the track, unfortunately, by looking at it. It's just going to pull off in sector 1. Very slow moving. It's not Stubbs. Here we go. He's on the right hand side. Yeah. Bot took over and retired on track. Even though he retired.
Humonic and Vitinho again.
Ding ding.
They're having it out. They're fighting for that P9.
Oxstairs with a penalty. Bowen with a penalty. Flying in here. This is a big part of your race you want to manage. You want to dial it back maybe a couple of percent, boys. Stubbsy, 3-second time penalty as well. Really hurting on them hard compounder tyres.
Absolutely. We've got 12 laps to go.
Vitinho almost lost it.
Is he going to lick the stamp and send it this time? No.
He licked it again, Phil. Didn't send it. Come on,
Speaking of sending it.
Next corner delivery.
Evans right on the back of Oxtez here. Going to get DRS. Are we going to see Evans lick the stamp? No, not on this occasion.
All over the back of Humonic. Surely on the fresher tyres they have some form of advantage, especially under brakes. No, it's going to look again. We've got yellow flags.
Oh, we got yellow.
It looks like we've got slow moving McLaren. Evans is off. What has happened? Showing phenomenal pace and he just pulled over. Maybe damage. Not quite sure what's going to happen there.
Could be a potential issue.
Well, hopefully for us, the fans, we would like to see a safety car right about now. Callum, 3-second penalty, Phil. Yeah, that's crucial.
Very crucial. That might take him out of the top 3.
So welcome if you're just joining the chat. We're now up to 228 followers on the channel. Welcome everyone, our recent members. You're going to see league race in action pretty much every day of the week by tuning in here. So click follow, click the bell. Also get on the Instagram, ABR_F1. Hit us up. Perhaps picked up another penalty. Track limits. Oh, we got contact there between Vitinho and Fumonic. Maybe a slight late move. Slight hesitation for Fumonic. He's going to go. Oh, contact again.
Vitinho shoves it wide. Fumonic's going to stick on the outside. He's going to go for it. I think Fumonic's going to have to give it up. He has.
Oh, it's not worth fighting in that case. Into the pits, we've got Evans and Jordan. Fumonic can sit back now. Vitinho's going to be hurt. So out front, Gecko's doing a good job. Gap is around 5 seconds now to Callum. It'll be interesting when it starts to reverse. So we've got Jarville saying, okay, Tony. Hello, Jarv, says Tony's son. Tony's son also says, listen to the commentary, very good. Jarville says, why do I have to watch? Also, the league is very good. Lewis's commentary goated, says Jarville. True, but this is good as well. Very professional, very nice, super good. Thank you very much, Tony's son. We appreciate the kind words. It's a great setup we have here at American British Racing. If you're new to the program, every Sunday 7:30 British summertime, you can find the Tier 1 boys, the creme de la creme of ABR Motorsports.
We've got a boxer, not your F1 in P12, has gone into the pits. Currently running 11th. That is now ABR Baraps.
The Gecko's got the ghosting car of Evans in front of him. Will it give him DRS? We certainly hope so.
It has.
Well, that will just further help the leader here in the pink Mercedes. See the gap in the background there. That is Callum in the distance, as well as HRC. See the leaders all fairly spread out. On lap 21 of 29, it's Gecko that leads the Grand Prix. Callum in second. HRC currently in that final podium slot. And 4 seconds down the road, we've got Noam. And then we've got the sister Ferrari of Oxtes, further 3 seconds up the road. We've got Yaunif. A good recovery drive so far for Yaunif, you'd have to say, Phil. He's currently in P6.
Yeah, he's doing a really good drive so far. Good to be some good points there for the Williams.
We've got Jasper under pressure from Vitinho. Vitinho is right behind him now, and Jasper is ghosted.
Jasper's just joined back.
Yeah.
He joined back, but I don't know if he's taking control of his car or not.
Doesn't appear so. It looks like his teammate's going to drive straight on through him. We've got a lovely aerial shot of the two Alfa Romeos here. So, and then we've got Stubbsy currently rounding out the points in P10. And then it's Baraps behind him. Mr. Bowen, Jordan, Matoyo and Evans. Looks like we've got Evans back in the house. Just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, Phil. 1:21.9.
It's not bad at all.
Hopefully we get the timing intervals back up. Just got a bit funny.
Yeah. There we are. They're starting to... As they cross the line, they'll come back to us. There we go.
So Gecko is flying, says Vinny, and yes he is. He showed exceptional levels here today, super consistency as well. But, I hope the battle's not off. I hope their mediums do start to slide around a bit, Phil. You see that gap start to creep down.
Yeah, it's now 5.1 seconds as well, the gap now between Gecko and Callum.
I think Jasper's lost out a lot of time. I think he's rejoined now, Phil, but I think he's 12 seconds up the road from Fumonic. And he's got Stubbsy breathing down his neck. Not ideal.
Definitely not. Especially when you've got Baraps on the hunt for that final point.
Yeah, he's going to be hungry for that.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Only really close battle we've got here is Vitinho and Humonic and Stubbsy and Jasper. There you're really your two to stick with.
It looks like Humonic's pretty content to stay within that maybe DRS range. Maybe build up the battery again and go for one final attack in the closing laps when hopefully the mediums starting to give a bit of pain to the likes of Yaunif and Vitinho.
He's gone out DRS range now, so he's not going to be getting DRS on this particular occasion.
Indeed not. So yeah, tough opening stint to the Grand Prix for Baraps. Involved in that pretty much 5-car incident, I would say. We're getting a bit tangled up, a bit mambo jumbo. Does happen, especially to the best of us. Evans all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. That's Evans up into P14 now.
Still not sure why he pulled over.
Something must have happened.
Could be wheel related.
Yeah. We'll give a bit of camera time to our leader of the Grand Prix, which is FRA Gecko, 30-30. Doing a sterling job out front. Ezivan says Gecko is killing it. Ezivan also says, loving the commentating, boys, top class. He also says, go Stubbsy and come on Baraps, come on Bowen. Let's go, boys. So now it's 229
Absolutely.
Big up at Adnan.
Crazy stuff.
WTZ Flex. Amy 29. Also got Mercedes _44. Mr. Lewis himself in the chat. Oh, we got a car around. Evans. Yeah, Evans has lost it.
Seems like it.
Looks like a retirement on track as well. Oh dear, this could be bad. This could be bad. This could be a safety car. Oh, you can see retired on track. AI always catching someone out there. Where's the car going to pull over? Hopefully at a marshal point. It's a bit better on this game, but is it going to be in the firing line? Let's see what the game decides. I think we might get away with this one, Phil. Yep. Back to green flag.
Seems like it.
Thank goodness for that. So Gecko leads lap 25 of 29. 5-second advantage. That gap's pretty much stabilised around the 5-second mark now, Phil.
Yeah,
I don't think it will come
yeah, stay quite consistent throughout the race. I mean, he's dominated really from pole, wasn't he? The racing point.
A great addition.
On the job.
Great to have him in Tier 1. We want the best of the best. That's how we all get quicker. He's definitely going to put... Oh, 3 seconds for him. Gecko has just clocked up a 3-second penalty. I think they'll put him about even, won't it, with Callum? I think they will finish as they are on circuit. Maybe signs that mediums are giving up the go.
It is potential. It's definitely a brave one, I must say. Tell you what though, if HRC can try and find himself going to the back of Callum, he could jump in here.
He could. So leader, he's just going for a Sunday drive, it looks like. The gap now 5.6 seconds. Callum as well in clear air. Pretty boring race for a few of the guys. Pretty lonely race. everyone's spread out by at least a couple of seconds at the minute. And the closest battle is between the two Ferraris. We all know how that ends, don't we?
Oh.
Not very well, usually.
Well, if you're going by Brazil last year or Austria this year, take your pick. Well, it's now 3.8 the gap now, HRC. If he can get the gap down, maybe he's heard my message, but if he can get the gap down to a sub 3 second or less, he will jump Callum.
So HRC, we need to push now, but we also need to stay off the curbs. We don't want to inflict another penalty. This is critical, HRC. We need solid pace. We need to be in the 1 minute 22s at least.
He is gaining slowly.
Not long left, boys. If you're going to move, you need to go for the final push. You need to do it now.
3.7 the gap, HRC behind Callum here. This is very close at the moment. He needs to find a pattern. Oh look, the time's flying down. He needs to find about 4/10 on average on Callum in the next couple of laps, and he will get second place.
Looks like Oxtes is a man on a mission. He's catching his teammate. He's almost within DRS shooting range. Again, it will come down to the penalties at the line. How clean have they been throughout the Grand Prix? And chat, who has been your driver of the day? Do let us know. In terms of position change, we've got Coutinho up 7 slots, Humonic as well. Gecko's been flawless though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's dominated from the start, and he was able to get that nice gap when upstairs and Callum was battling second place. He was able to just leave him, and he was away with the fairies, wasn't he? After that, he was gone.
Oxtes is really turning the screw. It doesn't look like there's going to be any team orders over at the Ferrari pit wall. We're on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, and Oxtes is giving absolutely everything. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at Noam, I think, on this next lap.
HRC is going to get DRS from the back marker. Very interesting. And look how much the time is flying down with DRS.
Here comes Oxtes.
He sticks behind him. Watching two completely close battles here.
Coutinho, another penalty.
Yes, HRC. Gonna try and get him. Needs a quick lap here.
Let's just send it down into T1.
Oh.
Good respectful driving, but he's going to come back at him. No, it looks like he's got a good run, but no, Oxtes has the DRS, which is the drag reduction system. If you're new to F1.
Bit low on fuel though.
He's pushing hard. Callum slowly eating into the lead now. I think Gecko is just cruising on the final lap of the Grand Prix, and he has every right to do so. He's been flawless. He's had a few warnings, a couple of little penalties, but in terms of quali, the opening stint to the Grand Prix, just got his head down. It's been a fantastic job.
Yeah, and he has literally dominated this race. He started from pole and he has literally led every single lap in this race. The debutant FRA Gecko in the Racing Point is going to take the opening race here in ABR Tier 1, crosses the line to take the Grand Prix win.
Callum comes home P2.
Across the line.
Is he going to hold on to it though?
Overall.
Yes, he does. HRC misses out by 4 attempts on P2. Oxtez gets jumped by his teammate on penalties.
And Noam jumps this time.
Sorry, let him through, I think. And here comes Yaunif. Valiant rise to P6. Good recovery drive from Yaunif there.
Absolutely.
Tino has quite a few penalties, so we need to watch this as Humonic comes up to the line. Also a debut for Tier 1. And a very solid drive for Humonic. Up 7 spots, as well as Vitinho. And St. Jasper is taking home P9. Stubbsy with a good push. Brings home the final point.
See if we can get our top 3 in for an interview. It'd be nice to hear from the top 3, don't you think?
Indeed. Perhaps just misses out on the points there. Jordan's going to finish P12. And yeah, unrelenting pace. That is for sure in that Grand Prix. So Rooney said, what happened to Stubbsy? Just tuned in. He'll give you the full spiel, but it was the opening laps of the Grand Prix. There was a bit of wheel-to-wheel action, and there's some winners and some losers in that, unfortunately. AJ says, feels like Gecko has to be driver of the day. Harvey PT says, if HRC gets second, then maybe him. But who's your pick, Phil?
It's got to be Gecko, surely. He's dominated. He started on pole, got a 1:19 dead qualifying time, led every single lap of the race and not put a foot wrong.
It's a very smooth operation for the Racing Point driver on his debut in ABR Tier 1. And I think he's just thrown down the gauntlet for the season to come, Phil.
Absolutely, yeah, he's definitely going to... Speaking of the devil, here he is. We'll see if we can get him to include his audio, see if we can get a short little few words from him.
Final run through it. Gecko, Callum, HRC, Noam, Oxtez, Yaunif, Vitinho, Humonic, Jasper, Stubbsy, Buraps, Jordan, Bowen, Nateo, Evans unfortunately didn't finish, as well as Gandalwiz, Dan and Cookie, and AJ rounds out the grids. Welcome, Gecko. How was the Grand Prix?
Hello. It was pretty chill, to be honest.
Yeah, you had it proper smooth. You didn't have anyone behind you. Everyone was battling. You were just gone.
Yeah, no. With Oxtez, he had I don't know what happened in the start, but I just had so much more pace than him, and I pulled out quite a big gap. And it was like first lap I got out of DRS range, which was like crucial, and then I just stormed away from that point. And it was really just a game of keeping the tyres in check, especially the mediums. They were going off a little bit at the end, going up to about 80% tyre wear on the front left, but I kept it out of the walls, and it was a pretty solid race.
Yeah, you were literally 2 seconds, 3 seconds clear come like lap 2. I think after that everyone just like struggled. But that's what I was going to ask you. With the medium tyres, you were one of very few that went onto the medium tyres. Like, how did they feel towards the end of the Grand Prix? Were they dead?
Yeah, they were nearly dead. They still had a bit of life in them, but I knew they would have a big enough pace advantage against the Haas to pull a decent gap. But at the end, I was losing about a second in about 2 laps to Callum behind. But I timed it perfectly with strategy, and it was fun, to be honest.
Well, sir, congratulations, and you are our commentator's driver of the day. Well done on your opening win, sir.
Okay, thank you.
No worries at all. Take it into Bahrain, sir.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate. Take it. Well, there he is. There was the winner himself. We heard from him. I have invited the other 2, Rich, but I don't think they're on it.
Okay, fair enough, but...
we heard from the winner. We heard from our winner.
It's going to be good enough.
Go on, Rich. Close it off, son.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in to American British Racing for the opening race of the Tier 1 Championship. This has been Australia. Join us same time, same place, 7:30. next Sunday evening for more Tier 2 action when we head over into Bahrain. And that one is definitely going to be a great track. We've got 3 DRS overtaking opportunities around there. And I think it's going to be a jewel in the desert for sure, Phil.
We love to see a duel in the desert, as 2016 real life F1 showed us very much that we can have a nice duel. Plenty of straight lines. It's a lot more easier overtaking opportunities as well in comparison to Australia. So yeah, 100%. It'd be very interesting to see what the Bahrain Grand Prix brings us.
Yeah, so if you haven't already followed, please click the follow. If you can sub to the channel, we'd really appreciate any support that you can give us, boys. Remember to tune in tomorrow. We've got calendar season racing and CSR Mondays, and we're heading into, where we got tomorrow, Phil? We're in Japan, aren't we?
Suzuka
130R. The S's.
Yeah,
Great track.
I remember
real
last
drivers.
time.
Well, we got that coming up.
On that note, anyway.
Tier 1
Thank
action.
you everyone
Tier
for
2.
watching us.
Over and out.
Thank you everybody for watching. Take care, peoples.